we drove to New Jersey. Your eyes saying I'll be worried. You said it was nothing, but I know you get buried. The sorrow of us, the sorrow.
Hey everyone, thank you so much for stopping by my channel and hanging out with me for another video. So we are up to week 4, installment 4, part 4 of the 12-step total home reset that I'm doing in the lead up to Christmas. So we are up to the study, office, home workspace. Everyone is working from home these days, which is absolutely fabulous, but it can tend to get a little bit kind of overwhelming sometimes, I feel. So you're kind of living, you're working all in the one space. You've got to keep it clean. If, like me, your workspace is in an open plan situation, you don't have a dedicated room to be a study or an office. So it's really important that it is not visually impacting, your line of sight or your environment. And it's not sort of something that's taking over your home space. So today we're just going to give it a little bit of a clean out, a bit of a declutter, and then just reorganize some things. So like I said, it's not as much of a visual impact to the area.
As a lesson, then maybe we should open up the sorrow of us, the sorrow of us. How did we end up here? We used to laugh so hard. When did we stop loving?
So that is the base liner in there. The liner's just from IKEA. It's not my favorite because it does tend to roll up. These are just the jewelry trays from Kmart. I shared these in my recent video, the home hacks. They just make brilliant little stationery organizers. And then just try and hold that flat. Push that there, that there, that in there. Bullet journaling. That is pretty much just how I like to keep this drawer organized, because it's just the things that I use multiple times a day or at least once a week.
Ask me to leave, 'cause I wanna stay. We don't listen when we talk. We fight fire with fire. It's like we don't know how to talk without the flames getting higher. You hear when I hear me, yeah, nothing else in between, yeah. Try to connect without making a scene, but we don't listen.
Now, the last time I went to IKEA, I picked up a click and collect, and I included this little monitor stand in that click and collect order. So I purchased it without actually seeing it in person. I really love the look of it. It is white metal, it is bamboo, so it totally goes with our aesthetic. And I know that like on video, watching it back, it kind of looks like it works, but in person, it just takes up more space. It takes up more space on the tabletop than it saves, is what I'm trying to say. So the idea is great, so that it raises the monitor up so it's more workplace health and safety, ergonomically friendly. It is more in your eye line. And it also gives you a place to store the keyboard, for example, underneath when it's not in use, which is in theory fantastic. But I just found on my very shallow, narrow desk work surface, it took up too much space. Next up, I wanted to come up with a bit of an idea on how to store the printer. Now, as you can see, I'm using that Raskog trolley from IKEA, but with it built as it is intended in a 3-tier trolley situation, the printer sits right above the level of the desk. To be honest, it is quite a bit of an eyesore. So I wanted to do something that lowered the trolley. So I pulled it apart and just built it to half height. Now, initially I thought I could put the top 2 railings onto the bottom because they have a finished top, but it didn't fit in the connections. So I just had to put it together with, see how the top of those 2 holding up arm bits, not doing a great job of explaining it. They don't have the little finishing caps on the top, but I don't know. I don't think it matters enough for me to worry about it. And then it just means that the printer it's mobile and accessible, and it is flexible to move it around because it is on wheels, but it is stored out of eye line and out of sight, which I absolutely love.
As a lesson, then maybe we should open up the sorrow of
Now I'm just going to run you through a couple of options for alternative storage ideas. If you don't like the open shelving, you can definitely go with something like this sideboard. This is a piece that I get so many questions on. It looks really nice. I actually bought it on kogan.com.au, which is a bit of a discount shopping site. It's kind of like a little mini Amazon really in Australia. And I think I picked it up on sale for $147, I'm going to say. Whatever it is, even full price, it is not expensive and it has held up so well. It stores an absolute ton. You could definitely use something like this for office storage. The only thing I wish it had was maybe the option to make shelves or maybe a drop down or a big storage space in that middle bit where those drawers are, because that would be perfectly ideal for printer storage, which is something that I always struggle with, finding somewhere to store the printer discreetly. You wouldn't think that finding a printer storage solution would be so hard. It's an absolute pain in the butt to try and find something to fit that printer. These are just some simple jam jars that we've used obviously, and we just keep them and recycle them. And then these were just some little, I think they were $1.50 buckets from Kmart, maybe $2, something like that, but super cheap. And I just got these because they were the matching color for the boys' room as the black metal trolley. And there's literally endless storage options for this drawer that is a little bit shallower. These are some great storage trays that are $2 from IKEA, so super accessible, super affordable, but you can get drawer organizers literally from anywhere. Kmart, $2 stores, Catch.com, from IKEA. You can use these little individual style. And this is absolutely perfect for holding lots of different stationery items. These bamboo organizers are also great, and they come in loads and loads of different sizes, different shapes and sizes, and you can just play like a bit of Tetris to fit everything in that you need to. You can even go in with those stackable jewelry organizers, and the great thing is in deeper drawers like this, you can do a double stack.
It's like we don't know how to talk without the phrase getting higher. You hear when I me, yeah, nothing else in between, yeah. Try to connect without making a scene, but we don't listen when we talk. Occasionally I need to breathe. Stop me for a second, I got needs. Occasionally.
So now that the office space is nice, clean, decluttered, and freshly organized, it comes time to my absolute favorite time of the week, and that is on Fridays when I do a bit of a life admin day and I just get everything sorted and planned for the week ahead. I don't do my full-on planning on Sundays. I like to do that on Friday so I can have the weekends free. I also like to do my click and collect grocery order on Friday because that means I am more likely to get my preferred pickup time or delivery time when you book online. If you do online grocery shopping, you know what I'm talking about.
I've been dancing on my own so bravely. Now they're round on my mind. Hate me, but I ain't never coming down. Never coming down. I'm never coming down. Never coming down. Before I knew it, I was hurt by some stupid thing I overheard. I never
So guys, that about wraps it up for today's video. I hope you've enjoyed following along with me and maybe getting some inspiration, ideas, motivation to clean up your office space if you have a whole office room or a study, or if like me it is just a corner of your apartment or home. Whatever it is, just take the time to get in, get it cleaned, get it decluttered, get it organized. It honestly makes such a difference to how you feel about working for a start, and also your productivity levels. If you did enjoy this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. It really does help out my channel a ton. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe before you go. Hang out and watch another few videos. I'll leave the playlist linked in the description below of this whole series, so you can go back and watch it if you haven't already. Have a fabulous weekend, and as always, I will see you in the next video. Bye everyone.
Steady steps on the ground, hate me, but I ain't never coming down, never coming down.